In our last episode, we explored detective controls, controls that help identify suspicious activity, security events, policy violations, and possible incidents. But detecting an incident is only the beginning. Once a problem has been discovered, the organization must contain the incident, correct the damage, and restore normal operations. This is where corrective controls come in. A corrective control is designed to reduce the impact of an incident by correcting the problem and helping systems, services, or processes return to their normal state. Unlike preventive controls, which try to stop incidents, or detective controls, which identify them, corrective controls focus on recovery after an incident has occurred. Let's look at some examples, starting with technical controls. Restoring data from a backup is a common corrective control. If important files are lost, corrupted, or encrypted by ransomware, a clean, tested backup can help the organization restore its data and resume operations. Applying security patches can also serve as a corrective control. When a vulnerability is discovered during or after an incident, installing the appropriate update helps correct the weakness and reduce the chance of it being exploited again. Re-imaging a compromised computer is another corrective control. Instead of trying to remove every malicious file, the system is rebuilt from a trusted image and restored to a known secure state. Corrective controls are not limited to technology. Updating security procedures after an incident is an administrative corrective control. If an investigation reveals weaknesses in existing processes, those procedures can be revised to improve future response. Replacing a damaged lock or repairing a broken access control system is a physical corrective control. The objective is to restore the physical protection that was lost. Whether technical, administrative, or physical, corrective controls all share the same objective. They help the organization recover from an incident, restore normal operations, and reduce the incident's overall impact. Like every type of security control, corrective controls have limitations. They act after an incident has already occurred. They cannot prevent the original event, and they cannot undo every consequence of an attack. The longer recovery takes, the greater the potential impact on the organization. This is why corrective controls work alongside preventive and detective controls as part of a defense in-depth strategy. Preventive controls reduce the likelihood of an incident. Detective controls help identify it. And corrective controls help the organization recover and return to normal operations. In our next episode, we'll explore deterrent controls, controls designed to discourage people from attempting unwanted actions in the first place.